Ever wondered what happens when NBA stars have more money than they can dunk? We're about to spill the beans on the jaw-dropping, eye-popping, and just plain crazy, stupidly expensive things these ballers own. Get ready to be amazed, amused, and maybe even a little jealous. Gather round and let's talk about Jimmy Butler's latest spending spree. The man's got more money than he knows what to do with, so he decided to dive headfirst into the deep end of extravagance. I mean, seriously, this is some next-level stuff. He wanted to celebrate, and he did it in style. He didn't just go out for a fancy dinner or throw a party. No. Jimmy went all out and got himself the aquarium of his wildest dreams. Picture this, a 10-foot-tall boombox filled with 600 gallons of water and over 50 fish swimming around like they're in the Vegas pool party. And wait for it, it's got built-in speakers. I guess even fish need some sick beats to groove to. Now, here's the kicker. This wet dream of Jimmy set him back over 40 grand, and that's just a drop in the bucket compared to what we are to show you. We're about to shift gears from Jimmy Butler's fishy fiesta to the one and only Steph Curry. You see, Steph decided to ride the NFT wave, and he didn't just dip his toes in. He cannonballed right into the deep end. With all the buzz around non-fungible tokens exploding like fireworks on the 4th of July, Steph wanted a piece of that digital pie. So what did he do? He dropped some serious cash on one of the most expensive NFTs in the entire metaverse. And get this, he made it his profile picture. Like, hey, world, check out my digital bling. Now, you might look at this thing and think, huh? It's just a random picture of a monkey. But oh no, my friends, it is so much more. It's an exclusive Bored Ape NFT worth a whopping $180,000. Look at Steph's face in that pic. That's the face of a guy who just spent a small fortune on a digital monkey, and he couldn't be happier about it. On the other hand, Paul George's $250,000 splurge has a bittersweet twist. A few years back, a basketball scrimmage turned into a nightmare when Paul's leg shattered, sidelining him for a year. Floyd Mayweather offered support and financial advice, and shortly after, Paul dropped $265,000 on a custom Ferrari Spider. The irony? He wouldn't even drive it. He had the interior redesigned to fit his tall frame. Now let's talk about John Wall, who took teammate gifting to a whole new level. After signing that jaw-dropping $207 million contract, he found himself drowning in money. So, what does he do? He turns to his buddy Santa Claus for some Christmas advice, of course. After some brainstorming, they came up with the perfect gifts for Wall's teammates. And what's the ideal gift for a bunch of ballers? Custom gold rollies flooded with diamonds, that's what. Just check out their faces as they open those blinged-out watches. They celebrated like they won the championship, but hey, who wouldn't with gifts like these? Rolex jewelers estimated that each watch was worth at least 40 grand, with some pushing past 70 grand. So when you add it all up, those Christmas gifts set John Wall back a cool $750,000. PJ Tucker's got a shoe addiction that's off the charts. This guy can't resist buying kicks. Just stepping into a store sets him back a cool $16,944.57. And that's basically a daily ritual for him. But wait, it gets crazier. PJ's shoe obsession keeps growing. His crib isn't just filled with closets bursting at the seams with sneakers. He's got a secret shoe vault hidden away somewhere, probably guarded by shoe-loving ninjas. And here's the kicker. During the 2017 season, PJ dropped a jaw-dropping $200,000 on shoes alone. I mean, that's like a year's salary for most people. He even snagged a pair of Nike Air Mags, one of his most expensive kicks, for a mere $36,000. Nowadays, if you even want to glance at a pair of shoes like those, you better be ready to drop around 50 grand. PJ Tucker's sneaker game isn't just strong, it's a full-blown addiction. Hold on to your hats, because PJ Tucker's shoe game just went intergalactic. Forget what we've talked about before, these are the real heavy hitters. During the 2021 NBA Finals, PJ rolled up in a pair of diamond-covered Jordan 1s, and they cost a whopping $250,000. When he showed them to his teammate Giannis, the guy was so speechless he couldn't even talk straight. These weren't just any shoes, they were basically wearable jewelry. And guess what? That night, PJ and the Bucks clinched the championship, but during the post-game interview, Giannis was more pumped about PJ's kicks than winning the ring. He's like, "Hey, this guy has $250,000 shoes with real diamonds, I promise you. But here's the kicker. Those diamond-studded Jordans are just a drop in the bucket. PJ owns a mind-blowing 5,000 pairs of shoes. Yeah, you heard that right, 5,000. It's practically impossible to fit them all in one house. So what does PJ do? He buys his shoes their own condos. I kid you not. So just to put it in perspective, what PJ puts on his feet is worth more than most people's houses." Ben Simmons and his real estate adventures take us on a journey through Philly. Back when Ben still played basketball, yeah, remember those days? He figured he'd be a Sixer for life and decided to upgrade his living situation. Being a young gun, he wasn't ready for the responsibilities of home ownership, so he opted for one of Philly's ritziest condos. This place on the 25th floor of a Ritz-Carlton boasts 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, floor-to-ceiling windows with insane city views, and even 24/7 room service. It's got its own chauffeur and a fitness center with a pool. Ben dropped a cool $3 million on this crib, so at least he's set for a few years. Now, that's impressive, but it's not quite as legendary as what Dwayne Wade pulled off for his 32nd birthday. The man wanted to make the craziest purchase of his life. So what did he do? He spent over $5 million to buy a yacht and then went all out on customization for the big day. He even changed the boat's name to the Way of Wade. Now that's how you celebrate in style. Oh, LeBron James, the man who can slam dunk and invest in real estate with equal finesse. Have you seen his mansion? The backyard, that pool with a fire pit in the middle is pure genius. I mean, who needs a moat when you can have a flaming pit surrounded by water, right? Plus, those views of the Los Angeles skyline are probably what he uses to motivate himself every morning. Time to conquer the day, and oh, what a view. Now let's talk about the indoors. 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, because let's face it, who wants to wait in line for the bathroom? Walk-in closets, a game room gym, and a spa? LeBron's house isn't just a home, it's a luxury resort. I can imagine him walking around in his mansion, getting lost and needing GPS to find his way to the kitchen. But the real kicker is that indoor garage with a man cave and a built-in golf simulator. Imagine LeBron and his buddies hanging out, hitting golf balls into the virtual fairway. Sorry guys, can't play basketball today, I'm perfecting my virtual swing. And let's not forget the price tag, over $52 million. These NBA stars sure know how to spend their hard-earned cash. So next time you're debating whether to get that extra guacamole on your burrito, just remember, there are NBA players out there buying entire condos for their shoes. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the world of stupidly expensive things owned by NBA stars. Until next time, stay ballin'.